Side, because she may have went on that side and got lost.
Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. I am in the Wekiwa Springs State Park looking for Paola Miranda. I will say this, is she was last seen wading through water in the park on a river. I'm right off the river, and I'm going to tell you one thing. Regardless if you got off the right side or the left side of the river, if that river is not in eyesight and you don't have a phone and your GPS, there's a very good possibility you get lost. You get lost out here. I spun around in circles. I didn't know where I was going once I lost eyesight of that river, because I've been searching for her along the riverbanks. And once I got away from the river, then I was seriously confused, and then I actually started panicking. My heart started beating because I didn't know where I was at. I was confused because you look up, you can't see the sun. It's very, very, very confusing. Where is Paola? Where is she? Where is she? Because this is the area where she was last seen. I'm here at the area she was last seen, right near the river where she was wading through. Very confusing terrain. It just goes on and on and on and on and on like this. It took me and my search team an hour to get to this location from the place where we parked. There was no other close parking. It took an hour to walk here alone. And it just goes on and on and on, and it's very, very confusing. So, the theories are out there. What happened to her? Did an alligator get her? Some sort of wildlife get her? I'm beginning to think that she ventured off the waterway and got lost. It takes an hour to get here as itself. Going down the waterway, however long she was in the water for, it could have been hours. It could have been hours. At the point she could have been tired. She could have been tired and then wandered off. Who knows where she went? We're out here looking. We're out here looking for articles of clothing. There's the river here. I am along the river banks. This is the waterway where she was last seen. But going off the waterway, you don't want to go too far. I at this point, I'm going against the current back to Otter Campground where she was at. Where is she? Where is she? What happened? We're out here looking. She's been missing since December 18th. And I'm going to tell you something. At Otter Campground, where she went into the water, there's signs there that say, do not feed the alligators and do not swim in the waters because of the alligators. Signs clear, big signs. Anyone, unless they were in English, unless she can't read English, or somehow didn't see it, or somehow didn't care, and just took her, went at her own risk. And a lot of times in life we do things at our own risk. My team is out here. I got a stick here, kind of mashing down trees. But where is Paola Miranda? Where is she? 31 years old. Been missing since December 18th, 2021. We saw a lot of flyers. Posted on the trees on their way here on the trails. There's some main trails. You don't want to go off the main trails, particularly to get here, because the trails to get here to this location area along the river is just thick brush. That's stuff like this, but it's more prickly that can cut you. You can't walk in that. So she was down here. The question is, how far did she go down the river? It has a small current. How far did she go down? And at what point did she turn around and decide to walk against the current back to where she came, got into the water around
If she was thought to do that.
Outer Campground? Or did she decide to go off onto the banks and then try to work her way back? Now remember, the authorities, I don't believe she had her cell phone on her, because you would think authorities, I have to go around. This is very tough here with a phone, and there's a tree stump right there. I don't think she had her phone on her because they would at least ping something. Ping something. Her car was found in the sand. What parking lot was that called? Sand Creek? Sand. A parking lot that was an hour away from this location. It takes trails to get to this location. So, gotta keep ducking. We are out here looking. Got a search team. Been out here all afternoon looking along the river. Let me just show you the river. This is the river where she was.
I think we're beating ourselves up more.
And then also, let me. Good point on that bullhorn. Coming back, it's harder than going because when you're going to a location, you're off adrenaline, you're curious, but then you realize you went farther than you might be able to handle. Like, we've been on our feet now all afternoon, and my legs are starting to get tired. And and I work out regularly. I'm okay shape. I'm starting to get dehydrated. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm starting to get desperate to get back because we're working our way back. We went at least a mile down the river. We went a mile down the river.
You want a water bottle?
Yeah, let me get some. Can you open that for me for a second? Always stay hydrated when you search, people. It does help and make a difference. Drink as much water as you can. We feel safe. We decided no matter what, we're just going to stay along the water banks.
You want it?
No, I'm okay. Thank you. We're going to stay along the water banks till we get back to Otter Campground. It's called Otter Campground. Look it up on your GPS. That's the area where she was at. But it's thick back here. It does look like authorities were back here searching at one point because you can tell by how all the trees were, these stems were cut. These stems were cut. So they were back here looking for her. I know that we've had 150 people of different agencies looking for her.
We were closer to the water bank than this.
See, here we go. See, we're venturing out. We have to head back towards the waterway. It's easy to get lost back here, and if you don't have a GPS phone and it's a cloudy day and you can't follow the sun or look up at the sun, here's the waterway over here, you can venture off. That's what's scary. That's my theory and my concern about Paola, that she ventured off. She's by herself. She doesn't have anybody with her. It easily could get lost. And then she could have had a combination of health factors, scared. I know that her family said she suffered from schizophrenia. It's a bad situation. So we will continue to look. Our family's coming out in the same location as we are this Sunday. Sunday's date is what? What is Sunday's date?
We found our way, but
What is today's date?
we're exhausted.
Do you know today's date?
Today is the 27th.
27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. They're coming out here on the 30th of January to look for her family. Her sister Andrea Miranda
They're so exhausted, I can't hardly pick them up.
has given me the coordinates
Every
and
little thing on the ground.
said we could come out and join their family searching for her.
But you can definitely
We're unavailable for the weekend, so we came out ahead of time to continue to look
my lower
and to
back
continue.
is literally
See, now it's getting,
killing me.
now let's go this way. So let's hope we can find Paola. It's fine.
I think we crossed over this right here.
Okay, we cross over
That
here.
one.
Yeah, we
Keep us
gotta
out of the, yep, keep us
You
out
gotta
of
be-
the swamp.
careful here because there's a lot of ooey swamp at different points. See, ooey swamp.
Phone just went off.
My feet are soaked. Ugh, ugh.
Is it hit a button or?
All right, so let's find Paola. Let's bring her home. Bring awareness. Hashtag her name. something happened to her,
Coming back in.
we will do our best to find her.
Ties to the ground.
Stay safe, everyone. We are outside Orlando, Florida, back in the swamps. Looking, it is a swamp out here. It's definitely swampy area. Lots of different terrain out here. I mean, we see pine trees, thick brush, soupy, swampy, mosquitoes. So hopefully we can find her and bring her home. Stay safe, everyone. God bless.